So here's how you actually do this tactically, going from starting at low prices to moving all the way to where you want to be, which is high prices with big premiums, right? And so what I'd say is after you have your first test case study batch, so call it 10 or 20 people depending on the size of your product or your services. After that, every 5, I just go up by 20%. And so let's say, okay, I started at 0 and I have a marketing agency. I might say, okay, the next 5 I'm gonna do for $1,000, right? And then from there, I might say, okay, the next 5 I'm gonna do for $1,200. The next 5 I'm gonna do for $1,500. And so you just keep going up by 20% until the conversion rate times the price goes down. So that way you can just calculate the total amount of money made off of X number of sales calls. And by doing that, you'll be able to see, okay, here's the sweet spot where I sell the most amount of units at the highest potential price. So my company Gym Launch that I sold for $46 million, that company, at its peak before I was selling it, we were taking home over $1 million a month in personal income. But that's what a lot of people think happened the whole time, but it wasn't like that. The actual very first business that I started in fitness, I actually gave away my services for free. I actually did it as a nonprofit for charity so that I could get clients in the door and test out whether my stuff actually worked and that I could deliver services. And when you're having the conversation with those first few people, whether you're doing it for free or you're gonna do it for a big discount, you say, hey, I plan on going to this price point, but I'm willing to do it for free in exchange for X, which is usually a feedback from me and a public testimony if you're comfortable doing it. And by having those two things, then one, you guarantee that you get the feedback, which is the thing you need most, but you also can get the testimony that you can leverage. And then finally, you can also tack on a referral if you want to. Again, I'd say the testimony and the referral should be contingent on you doing a good job. And you say, hey, if I do a good job, would you be willing to do these two things? If they say yes, then you're good to go. The fourth one was just, do they actually want to buy at full price later, which will be the real test of how good you were. And I think the bottom line here is that when you start out, you're not that good. And even if your ego is like kind of convincing you that you are good, which I think is silly, just even imagine 2 years from now that you're gonna be much better than you are now. Well, that guy is probably way more experienced. So give that guy a running start by starting free now and then building momentum into it. And I have this saying that I repeat all the time in my team, which is create flow, monetize flow, then add friction. And so it's like you have to run water through the machine. You have to get flow into the system to see where it's going to break so that you know what real actually looks like rather than just trying to get rich